Hey Janelle, it is 12:30 a.m. On December 27th, 2011. So I just finished watching Thumbelina on Netflix, and Thumbelina is a movie that we own on cassette tape, and I mean it was just crazy to rewatch it and see the same songs again, and it's interesting because I'm just actually watching like a medley of different songs in different Disney movies. So like he's watching songs from like Peter Pan, Pinocchio, um, Mulan. He saw Pocahontas. I think he's watching now. Um, and anyway, I was just thinking about like the nature of thinking about things and watching things related to childhood. Um, it's just crazy because even as I was watching Thumbelina, like I can appreciate um, like the memories and the warm feelings inside, but like being so aware of the message. Like it's so wrong. The idea that you can fall in love with someone within like Cornelius meets Thumbelina and they hang out for let me give them a benefit of the doubt. Max 4 to 5 hours. And they're already in love and they're already like practically engaged. They're gonna get married. Like and just the focus on her beautiful voice and her looks. Um, and it's just it's crazy because I try to figure out, like, well, not try to figure out, like, I know, like, the reason why I have such a skewed view of, like, romance and, like, what relationships are supposed to be, like, it's because of Hollywood, but then even seeing, like, these movies, like, these children's movies and the message they're putting out there, like, I would never, like, my kids are not gonna watch, like, my daughters are not watching, like, The Little Mermaid. It's crazy because like I appreciate it for things like the songs and just the way it looks, how beautiful it looks. But like the message that here's a princess gonna come and rescue you, like and save you, like it's just not right. And it gives a very very skewed image of what love is and a super false expectation for what your guy should be like or your girl should be like, and like it's not worth seeing the beautiful songs and knowing all the songs and participating in that culture if they're gonna then get from that like a wrong mentality about what real love is. And like certain movies like Mulan, like Strong Woman, Pocahontas, like certain things I'll let slide, but it was just really crazy, and I was just thinking about too, like when you're a kid, like you're not even really thinking about all this stuff, like you know, thinking about nostalgia and watching things of childhood. It's like sometimes it can be a little saddening because you can never get the same fondness that you got when you were watching it as a child. Like as a child, like you just watched just to watch it. You weren't being super analytical or of anything, like um, everybody was like cool and he was your hero, and now it's just like with Thumbelina, there's this dichotomy where I appreciate like the beauty of the piece and like the story at the same time like I'm like this is like not a correct message, so I can appreciate it in its proper perspective. um but as a kid you're like not thinking about that, you're just like watching, you're like Thumbelina and Cornelius get together, he's alive, yay, they're gonna get married, and I find myself kind of wishing for that world again because like yo when it came to like anime, like oh my gosh, like you remember like just being so wrapped up in that world and desiring that world, and like I find myself there like kind of wishing for that world that you know over beautified, like everything's great, you can find that perfect person. Like I find myself wishing for that world, but then it comforts me to know that like what I have is better. Because I a lot of times I felt like, well, I think I would see it as like I was missing out on like that world, that fantasy. But to know that what's real is actually better, the way that God has structured marriage and relationships, you know, it's better than what's presented in Hollywood or in even Disney movies or and things like that. So, you know, knowing that that through the bad someone will be there, regardless of like, you know, how beautiful you are. It's not about your looks, it's not about personality, all these things. Like love, it goes so much deeper than what appears to be beautiful, what appears to be, you know, a certain way. Like that's really comforting to know. And so I need to talk to Jesus. It's about that the contentment in Him. That's and that contentment that doesn't mean that I feel like that contentment is not an emotion. That's something to think about. Like it's not an emotion, and I think I've been seeing contentment as an emotion. Contentment with who God is, but in satisfaction as an emotion. But nah, man. Anyway, yeah. So these are just my thoughts about stuff like that. But I mean, the innocence of a child and the innocence of childhood is something that I mean, it's like this. It's one of those treasures that you just can't relive. You know, and appreciating it in that moment. And the best thing I can even do to come close to that is just you know having my kids being able to appreciate their childhood and preserving their innocence as long as as long as is possible. Not keeping them under a rock, but you know, not rushing them to grow out of that. So yeah, thoughts on my mind. Nikki said that I'm mature for my age the other day, and I was like, no, I'm not. She's like, yeah, 19-year-olds your age don't think about stuff like this. Like they're thinking about like next boyfriend, what party to go to, all that stuff. Like that's not on your mind. And I think about it, and I'm like, yeah, I am mature for my age. You know, before I was like, what are you talking about? Like, you know, because I'm in an environment with all these Christians, you know, and so I'm not. I don't really see that, but thinking about it, I am mature for my age, and I do appreciate it. Cause it's not like I'm grown, you know, but it's like I appreciate it to God really that these are the things that are on my mind, like things of weight and depth, not surface and fleeting. Like thinking about things like the messages that we put out to kids and how I want to raise my kids, and you know sometimes I do live like a step ahead, you know, but yeah, I'm just there's certain times you know you come to that place where you're like I'm glad I'm the way I am, and this is one of those moments where I appreciate this aspect of Janelle, you know, who thinks about things that matter and oh, things like that. Anyway, yeah, so these are my thoughts as a 19-year-old. Closing up the year soon, and it'd be cool to reflect on like how far God has brought me this year. So video out coming. Anyway, good night. Peace out.